Welcome in on this fine, beautiful Thursday, y'all. So we gonna get started. Let y'all come in, get y'all the notifications, and we're gonna get started. All right. So what is this? Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up what we talking about today, y'all. Hey, welcome in. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back, y'all. All right. So today we're gonna be talking about becoming virtuous. Well, good morning. How are you today? Oh, here we go with the bull. Oh my goodness. Already. It's okay, sweetie. You ain't gotta do all of that. Already. But yeah, so welcome in. It's your girl Miss Ray. And guess what, y'all? We talking about becoming a virtuous woman, right? Now, um, I was talking to this lady today. I met a lady and she was pointing this out. So work with me, okay? This is all like because oh my goodness. But she was doing some really like she did something like that was uncommon, and her boldness to do it, it was like, wow, who is you, lady? But we were very similar, so that was pretty cool. Like, we were talking for a minute and we were very similar, and when we were talking in a lot of different ways, and she brought up something to me to remind me of who I am. And I know it wasn't nothing but God, because He been tugging too, right? So, anytime I give y'all a message, it is not me pointing a finger at you, because look, three more is pointing right back at myself, okay? So, I got work to do just like you got work to do, y'all. So, we're going to get started. So we're gonna get started, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and read Proverbs 31. Okay? That's where we coming to you from today, from the book of Proverbs, chapter 31. We're gonna read the whole book of Proverbs too. Alright? So we're gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. Welcome in, y'all. So this says verse 1. The sayings of King Lemuel, an inspired utterance his mother taught him. Now we know that some teachings that we are taught cannot be going on for generation after generation. Some are timeless, but some can't be taught. But this one, I think it's timeless. But before we get started, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this story. Hey there. So it was this man. We used to have to go down south every summer. Hey, India. We used to have to go down south every summer, right, y'all? And every single summer, this man would come and visit my great granny. Like, he would check on her. Him and his wife, they would check on her, right? But this man used to drink. So he always came over drunk. And I mean, like, drunk off beer, okay? And every time he would use the bathroom. And I know this is probably a crazy story. But he would use the bathroom and he wouldn't flush the toilet. So I was like I'm gonna say what's on my mind type of kid, right? And every time he came over, I said, next time he come over, I felt like I was gonna be Kevin Hart, y'all. I was gonna be like, my mama told me to tell you. But my mama ain't never tell me to tell him that. But I was gonna tell him by himself for going to the bathroom every time he come over and not flushing the toilet, cause he drank so much he smelled like beer coming out of his pores, even to the point where it was just lingering in the bathroom, right? And it make you gag. So anyway, I checked him. I said, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing this. Why you keep leaving this toilet like this? But he said it was because he was taught growing up that you supposed to save and preserve the water. Well, in my day, we didn't have to do that. Like, we didn't have to worry about one little flush messing with the water bill and making it skyrocket through the roof, right? We didn't have to worry about that. So I don't know what era, I don't know what that was about. But that teacher wasn't timeless, and you ain't about to get nobody else to do that, because up north, we don't do that. Okay? That was some southern stuff, I guess, or just him. I don't know, his era. But anyway, some teachings are timeless, and some teachings you just got to leave it in the past where it's at. But this one, it says, the sayings of King Lemuel inspire utterance his mother has taught him, right? All right, so it say, listen, my son, listen, son of my womb. Listen, my son, the answer to my prayer. She prayed for her son. She prayed probably to have her son, right? Do not spend your strength on women. So she's saying, don't put your focus on a woman. Put your strength into something else more productive, or your vigor on those who ruin kings. So if it's anybody coming up against, if it's anybody coming up against you as a king or a queen, you don't spend your time on them, your vigor on those people, right? Because they trying to ruin people who are walking upright. They want to ruin people. People in the darkness always want to ruin people that's of the light, right? That's usually how it go. I guess the darkness, the demons be getting irritated by the light. However, it say it is not for kings, Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for rulers to crave beer. This story ain't got nothing to do with him either way. Okay? So, not for rulers to crave beer, lest they drink and forget what has been decreed. So when you walking upright and you following God, it's time, especially when you step into a leadership position, it's time to walk away from some of those things. I'm going to tell you why. It say, lest they drink and forget what has been decreed and deprived of all their oppression of their rights. So, when they walking, when they drinking and all of that, they not really walking in a purpose, and they not focused because they're too busy getting drunk, right? They don't have a chance to help save somebody that's oppressed, somebody that may be in a situation. Usually it's because misery love company, right? Okay. So it says, let beer be for those who are perishing. What do perishing mean? Let me look up perishing real quick. Suffer complete ruin or destruction. Okay. Suffer complete ruin or destruction. All right, let's see. Wine for those who are in anguish. What is anguish, y'all? Let's look up anguish real quick. What does it mean to be in anguish? Severe mental or physical pain or suffering. You ain't got no pain or suffering. You're not suffering. Why are we drinking beer? Why are we getting drunk? Why are we doing all of this? So, don't be amongst those people. It say, let them drink and forget their poverty and remember their misery no more. Right? That sounds like they miserable. Let them drink and forget their poverty. And let's talk about poverty, because poverty ain't always about, what people think it is. Let's see what poverty means. A state of lack. Hold on one second. The state of being inferior in quality or insufficient in amount. Okay, so it ain't always about money, y'all. It's feeling inferior. Oh, here y'all go. All right, cool. So it's Let them drink and forget their poverty and remember their misery no more. So they don't want to remember that they're miserable. Okay? But it says, now how did this happen? Or this virtuous thing, but that's okay. It must needed to be said. Speak up for those who can't speak for themselves. So if they are oppressing other people because they are pulling people into their misery, you got to be the one as that virtuous person to speak up and help another person out of that when you see an oppressed person there, right? For the rights of all who are destitute, speak up and judge fairly, defend the rights of the poor and the needy. Now, we're gonna get into this the wife of noble character, okay, from Proverbs 31. A wife of noble character, who can find? So this is talking about not just wives, but women in general. This is talking about women who are walking in noble character, because he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That means he has not been married to her yet, right? So it's not just for married people. It's for women or people, okay? And men, this message is for y'all too. If y'all this message is for y'all too, because guess what? Whatever you desire in somebody else, you have to emit that frequency in order to attract it back into your life, right? So you got to be a good character as well. And men, that was, I guess, y'all part of up top. Now it says, she is far more than rubies. So it's easy to find a diamond in the rough, but can you find a woman that is far more above rubies, her worth? Her husband is full of confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. And when we speak of value, we're not speaking of material value. You know, we're not speaking of cars, money, flashy things, jewelry, houses, whatever. This has got to do with probably the fruits of the spirit, okay? The peace, love, the joy that this man is going to experience by having a wife of noble character. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. So y'all, she ain't the ops, okay? She ain't arguing with him. She ain't trying to go against him. She ain't trying to throw stuff up in his face. She's building him up, not tearing him down, right? Okay. She brings him good and harm, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. That sounds like she Independent. Do you know what that means? Hey there. That's what it sounds like she is. Okay, so she working with her hands, y'all. She don't mind getting her hands dirty. She bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it's still night. So listen at this. If she's getting up while it's still night, she provides her food for her family and portions for her female servants. So that means she probably getting up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning before the sun come out, and she preparing her house for the day, right? She preparing the food, the breakfast for the family. She getting up, she getting everybody together before they even wake up. And to do this every day, that takes some strength. You got to have a schedule in place. You got to have a routine in place, y'all. Listen, you literally, for the day's time, you got to have a whole routine to get up before the sun come up and prepare your home and get everybody in your home situated before they even wake up out the bed. And that means you got to have balance and proper rest as well. Yes, Proverbs 31. Good morning. God morning. Ooh, I like that. So it says, she get up while it's still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She taking care of everybody. Exactly. That's exactly what she is. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. I love her because she got her own. Oh, she got her own. Right? She say she don't need mine. She say leave mine alone. She did it out of her earnings. She ain't do it out of his earnings. She doing it out of her own. So that's good, because that means she's learning. Hey, that means she's learning. She in real estate. That's what it sounds like. She know a little bit about real estate. She done took the time to invest in herself as far as learning something to be able to make her a better person and to be able to go out there and by land. Okay. It says she says about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. Why they strong for her task? Because she doing it over and over and over again every single day. She get up and she doing this every single day. She not lacking. She not slacking. Good afternoon. Yeah, so um she's consistent. That's what she is. She consistent in what she do. She ain't falling off the wagon, right? So it says she sees that her trading is profitable. So she understands that she could buy low and sell high. That means, like I said, she invested in learning something that's going to help her make a good investment. And it says that her lamp does not go out at night. Y'all. She ain't getting tired and burnt out and saying, I done took care of the whole house. I ain't got time to tend to my husband after everything done. I ain't got time to pay nobody else no attention. I'm burnt out. My mask falling off because this ain't really what I do. No, this is who she is. This is what she do. And she's done it so much to the point where it's just effortlessly done. And she's built up the strength in herself to be able to handle those tasks because repetition. All right. So it says, in her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. So even though she got these servants, she don't mind getting her hands dirty, right? That's how you do it when you got to get to it, right? She's leading, being an example by getting in and working. She ain't just giving directions and orders to everybody else. She's stepping in as well, and she doing what she got to do to help out the team. Cause teamwork make the dream work, baby. All right, so it says she opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. So she ain't stingy, she ain't a tightwad, she ain't holding on, gripping onto her money tight. She helping where she see there's a need, right? She knows that, hey, if somebody else need help and I got it, I'm going to give it. Why? Because that's what the laws say. Give and it'll come back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together. You ain't got to worry about what leaves your hand in order to help somebody else. Give from a generous heart space. Okay. It says, when it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. So she done already prepared her family to be clothed during this season where it may be a slower season for finances, where money just may not be coming in. You know, you had those off seasons where it get a little slow. So when it snow, she ain't got no fear of how her household gonna be ran because she already put up. She saved in advance, right? She put it up for those slow seasons because she forecasted it out, and she couldn't do it by herself. She had to do it with God, of course. But she forecasted the slow seasons, and she prepared for it while it was good. She didn't just go out there spending every time she made a little couple extra dollars. Okay. And then it says she makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. I know a lot of people like to take that literal as fine linen and purple, but for some odd reason, I'm getting here that her clothing is basically the skin that she's in. I feel like it's the skin that the how she's walking. So she clothed in fine linen. What is it? A smile on your face. Walking with your head up with the confidence. That's what you got to get clothed with. Clothed with strength, right? The linen, and then it's purple. Her characteristics and how she moves about is purple. Let me look up and see what a purple aura is. If I know what person have a purple aura, let's see what that talk about. Because that's what it really be about, your aura. Okay, let's see. What do a purple aura mean? So it's associated with being lighthearted, romantic energies, right? That's for the light purple. So a light purple aura that she may possess is with lightheartedness, romantic energy. So she's a good person, got a good heart, right? While darker shades can represent sadness and frustrations. So I believe she's in that light purple aura that she's walking in, right? Because it's fine. That's what it said. It was fine. Fine linen. But anyway, so we have verse 23. Her husband is respected at the city gate. So she ain't messing with just no anybody. Her husband got a name for himself as well, right? Where he take his seat amongst the elders of the land. So he's sitting in a high position amongst kings, and he's the king himself, right? Royalty, exactly. That's what it is, royalty. And so she got to represent. They got to represent each other because they both holding these positions, okay? It says she makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchants with sashes. So she making money. She's still out here. She got multiple streams of income. Okay, she is clothed with strength and dignity. See what I'm saying, y'all? I just said that was her aura because it says she's clothed with strength and dignity. She ain't clothed with like a certain material clothing. She clothed with strength and dignity. So that's how I know that aura that she gave off, it was just the lightheartedness in her clothing, which is our skin we are originally born in. She's exuding, walking in her divinity. That's what she doing. She smiling every day. She happy. She going about making other people smile in their oppression, right? Okay. So it says she can laugh at the days to come. Who can laugh at the days to come, y'all? What person can laugh at the days to come unless they prepared? You really got to prepare for the future to be able to sit back and be okay in a season where it's not providing enough fruit, right? It's not a fruitful season. So she's already prepared. So that means she's looking ahead, that forecasting again. All right. So it says she speaks with wisdom. So she only speak what she feel need to be said. She don't just be talking to be talking. She's speaking what need to be heard. And she's speaking it with the wisdom that God has given her. And faithful instruction is on her tongue. So faithful instruction coming from God. That ain't coming from people because people ain't faithful. That's coming. The instruction that she's giving is from God. She watches over the affairs of her household. Ooh-wee. So she like budgeting the finances of the house. She making sure she keeping track of what groceries need to be replenished in the house. Okay, she making sure that the house is being ran. The maid servants is cleaning up, doing so. She's keeping an account, and she's really keeping the books over everything in her house, okay? And she also making sure that everybody is taken care of without them having to worry about being taken care of. Okay. She watches over the affairs of her household and do not eat the bread of idleness. So she ain't just sitting there waiting and forgetting stuff. She ain't sitting there playing around because idle mind is the devil's workshop. That's when you start replaying old stuff in your head. You think about the past and I got you smiling. Aw, thank you. So she not replaying in the past, living life in the past or being anxious about nothing. She busy. Like she getting to it. She not playing and thinking and sitting and wondering and hoping and what if and woulda, coulda, shoulda. She's doing exactly what God has told her to do. She's doing the will of the Lord. Okay. It says her children arise and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Her work got her praise. Not her saying, "Oh, look at me. Oh, look at what I'm doing." No, she's so busy and she making sure everything in the line that even her husband and her kids is praising her. They notice. So if the husband and kids is taking notice, how many people can really say that? Right? Okay. So it says, many do noble things, but y'all, you right there listening to this video, you surpass them all. Because see, a person of noble character They could do noble things. They could do a couple different things, but to have an all-in-one type of woman, an all-in-one type of person, you surpass them all. Because everybody can't do everything like that. Multiple streams of income, running that household like a boss without sweating. She's so strong in doing it and being consistent. She ain't going out kicking it with her friends. She ain't gossiping and talking on the, she not wasting no time and thinking like, oh, I just need to do nothing. She not thinking about woulda, coulda, shoulda. She is busy. She is buying land. She is doing what, and that's not to say that y'all got to do everything that this noble woman do. As far as if you don't feel like you should be in business, that's your business, okay? But be having this character, being clothed in that strength. That's what it is right there. Making sure that your household is taken care of. Not throwing your bonnet on when you're done cooking dinner at night and doing this. Talk about, I'm tired and I'm about to go to bed, baby. I got a headache. Maybe tomorrow. No. She taking care of everybody, okay? Ain't nobody slacking. So it says, charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. So you know women like to go around and, hey, how you doing today? Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Look at my accomplishments. Look at me. I did this. Or you might have them type of women that be like, yeah, you know, your girlfriends. You know, I don't really think you should be with her. Hey, I don't think you should be with her. I think you should be with me. Because do you know what she did? She been doing this, and this. She been using you. She been cheating on you. But me, I would never do that to you. That charm or that deceit. I'm the better fit for you. You should have been with me all along, not her. Look at me. Look what I got. Oh, look at me type cheeks, okay? Pick me. Pick me. But just because she feared the Lord, and it ain't no fear as in God gonna strike me down if I don't do what I don't do. No, this is a reverence to God to say, I acknowledge who you are. I acknowledge you being the creator over everything. And I want to give you, it's like paying homage back to God to say, yes, you created everything. It's so beautiful. And I know who you are. And I'm going to follow your lead because you imparted the Holy Spirit down on the inside me to guide me and to lead me. And you will never forsake me as long as I listen to the instructions on the inside of me. Huh? That's what it is. When you know who he is and what he's capable of doing, even in the midst of the storm. Not because somebody in the physical plane is telling you who you are or praising you for being charming and deceitful, right? And having beauty. No. When you know that God has done what he's done for you, or just if you know that God done created you, that's enough right there. If you know that when you got here on this earthly realm, it already existed. People was already here. People come and go. Nothing that survives. Everything got to go. Even in nature. This stuff fall off and then stuff come to life. Okay? But one thing that's going to remain until the end is the Most High God. So she's fearing, she's putting her trust and her love into the Most High God. And her putting him, making him the head of her life, that's what's getting her such the things that she's doing because she's staying focused. That's fearing God. When you stand focused and faithful to God, he be like, oh, okay, go over here and learn real estate. Go buy this property over here. And what she do? That virtuous woman was out there buying the fields up, looking to see what she can buy. That woman was over there making stuff, and she realized, hey, I can make this at a low cost. Because God like, hey, go buy this wool and this flax over here and go make this for, have your maid servants make it, and you could sell it for this amount of money and the people gonna come buy it. And that's you being faithful and trusting God, and that's you sitting up there saying, okay, God, I trust you. Let me go ahead and have them make this, and I'm gonna get down with them and do it with them, and then I'm gonna go and put it on the market, and then when the people come in, it's gonna sell. It's profitable. That's her listening to God when he's saying, okay, prepare. Put the stuff up in the storehouse for when them slow months come and when money ain't being made all like that, because everybody ain't got money all year round to be spending on your service or what have you, or your product. And so now, okay, God, I hear you. So you telling me to go over here and put up for the winter months? Okay, I'm gonna save this money for this. I'm gonna budget a household out like this. This is how much money every single month that goes into bills and goes into things. So when these slow seasons come, it's enough to cover what may be lacking, right? So yeah, messy than it. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, it's messy. It's heck. That's that charm and that deceit that they do. That's what they do though. This 2025. I'm just saying. This is the norm for these. Never mind. Honor her. Okay, so it says, charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done. Let her works bring her praise at the city gate. So everything that she put out there to do is naturally gonna come back to her. She ain't got to go seeking the validation. It's gonna come automatically because she been doing what she was supposed to be doing. She been so busy. She ain't even been idle, okay? She been doing everything that she gotta do. She been taking care of the household like her mama, not drinking like her daddy, okay? I don't know, but that was odd how that was like at the beginning of this whole little chapter or what have you, like about the beer and stuff, getting drunk. That was odd, but hey, nonetheless, y'all, whatever you seeking, it's gonna come. God gonna give you in due timing what you're seeking. But all you gotta do is stay faithful. All you gotta do is strive to become a better person at the end of the day. That's all you gotta do. Strive to become a better person every day, a person of good, noble character. It's not about being perfect, but it's about having noble character. It's about the qualities that you exude, the love that you give. That's love to give to somebody that's poor. I'm trying to hear my turkey butt song, y'all. But that's love that you got to give to be able to see past yourself, to be able to help somebody else. So make sure that you're giving from a good, generous place. Make sure that you possess the qualities of a virtuous woman as far as becoming a better version of yourself. And I promise you, God gonna take care of the rest. God is gonna provide you with whatever it is. I don't care if it's you looking for more income, looking for a husband, looking for whatever, a wife, whatever it is that you want. Just keep striving forward because He gonna make every crooked path straight. He gonna lead you and guide you. That Holy Spirit that's on the inside of you, listen to it. It's guiding and nudging you into the direction that you're supposed to be. Right? But y'all, I'm cooking dinner, so, I got my turkey butts on now, so I hear now, so I gotta go check on them, all right? So make sure that y'all living a virtuous life and doing everything it is that you need to in order to become a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, right? It's you versus you, nobody else. And don't be idle in this season or any other season. Just stay focused. That way you don't have to live a life of regrets. You can just be who you are called to be, and that's walking in the will of God and trusting Him because He knows. He made everything. So, either way, let's grow or devolve. But that's your choice.